Fala família vascaína! Confira agora as notícias do nosso Vascão. Deixe o seu like, se inscreva no canal e ative o sininho para não perder nenhum vídeo e ficar sabendo tudo o que rola em nosso clube. Acompanhe a entrevista de Josh Vander, sócio da 777 Partners concedida ao GE.
And our view of multi-club is really very simple. We must build each club to be successful and as successful on the sporting side as it possibly can be. Every club is going to have to make tough decisions about its talent and its business at some point, and just as every business does. And when you have to make a decision, you weigh that decision both for the economic benefit, the long-term viability of the business, and of course the short-term cost. And so we expect that those decisions will have to be made over time, but it should be clear that those decisions would have to be made at larger clubs and they'd have to be made at smaller clubs. Our intent is to build Vasco into the global superpower that we think it can be, given its history and tradition, and the talent pool that exists in Brazil. And as Brazil as a country evolves, and as Rio as a city evolves, and as the people around these clubs and countries prosper, we believe that the Brazilian League will have the capacity over the coming years to rise to one of the top leagues in the world. And when that happens, the hope is that that we're acquiring players from other clubs around the world, and not vice versa. So it's really important, I think, within the context of the multi-club strategy that you look at it through the lens of competitive sport and the spirit of competition. And you know, the spirit of competition means that you doing everything in your power to ensure that your club is winning. And that I can promise the Vasco fans we will do.
We looked to your agreement. You're 777. You're buying 700. You're investing 700 million reais. You're buying 70% of the company. Did you consider to invest 777 million in Vasco?
We did consider it, but it was higher. It was higher than the price that we were willing to pay.
Have you listened from Vasco fans on social media? How does it feel the last 24 hours?
It's been incredible, actually. I mean, I think with all of these things, anytime you make a big purchase, you're sort of anxious and nervous to meet whether it's a football club or it's an insurance company. You're anxious and nervous to meet the employees and understand how the stakeholders feel about you. I think everybody in our offices yesterday were really pleased and excited to see the response on social media and in the press. We're really excited to come down and spend time with Vasco fans and the Vasco team and its employees and stakeholders, and really learn more about the history and immerse ourselves in the club. I can tell you that I'll be spending a lot of time in Brazil, and so excited to meet the fans. And this is a big deal for us. It's these things, they can become a bit mundane, as you continue to buy businesses or in this case football clubs. The reality is that we now have the responsibility of preserving and promoting one of the richest legacies in all of sport, and that legacy, as I've said time and time again, does not only live on the field. It lives off the field in Vasco's history of breaking down social barriers. And so that's a responsibility that we take really seriously, and it's a responsibility that we're excited to be the shepherd of going forward.
To wrap it up, do you have a final message to Vasco fans?
Do I have a final message to Vasco fans? Trust us. Trust us.
Deixe seu comentário, deixe seu like, se inscreva no canal, compartilhe o vídeo para que possamos ser indicados no YouTube. Obrigado pela sua audiência. Te vejo no próximo vídeo com mais notícias do Vascão. Saudações vascaínas!